So you've heard HAK talk about coping mechanisms in most of our videos. If you follow or subscribe, you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, definitely you have come across this term, coping mechanisms. And today I want to discuss coping mechanisms because these are life hacks that you employ to navigate through life. And in this case, we are talking about life as a sweat paddle. So as you know, myself, as the founder of HAK, I do suffer from hyperhidrosis, and mine is PFH. So I sweat on both my hands, my feet, and underarms. So how do I manage through life as a sweat paddle? In this case, how do I navigate through axillary sweating, which is the excessive sweating of the underarms? And it can be a little bit, actually, it's challenging because it limits you from certain colors in terms of wardrobe choices. But today I just want to share my own personal, and I repeat, this is personal, so it's mine. And as you can see, this is my closet. I want to take you through my axillary sweating, underarms, coping mechanisms, and I hope that you can employ some of these and, invade your closet and see the areas where you need to improve or change. So without further ado, welcome to the Sweatuationship Coping Mechanisms edition. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please like, subscribe, click on the bell icon, and share these videos and all of other videos that we've done before with your family, friends, and loved ones. Help someone today by sharing HAK YouTube channel because they need it, just as you do. So let us talk about coping mechanisms. Today we are focusing on axillary sweating. How do you deal with it? How do you camouflage your sweat? How can you do it creatively and, make it impossible for people to notice your sweat patches? How do you do it? For the people that I've shared with that I have axillary sweating, they didn't believe until one day I wore a light colored shirt and it, my sweat patches were more visible. It was only then that they were able to, notice that my sweating is different. But one thing they said is, but your sweat is not smelly. So I take that as an opportunity to raise awareness. I don't get angry or beyond my emotions and all that. I take it as an opportunity to, share the knowledge and help them understand the different sweats and how it affects the person living with it. Now, let us talk about, this is my closet, by the way. As you can see, I don't have a lot of stuff. I go by what I love. I had to tailor my own sense of fashion, and it took me time because before I used to follow the trend that this is what you should dress. And when you look at what they recommend, it's way above, up there in terms of budget. But when you start tailoring your own fashion statement or your own wardrobe choice, you realize that you're within your budget and you end up getting what you want, not what other people want. But in this case, let us narrow it down to excessive sweating, to the hyperhidrosis family. So you have axillary sweating. What are the do's and don'ts when it comes to wardrobe choices? So for me personally, I buy based on the need. And I also look at the whole year. We have the rainy seasons. We have the cold seasons, which we are approaching, from June, July, all through to August. So those 3 months typically are like the cold months. And it might start a little bit early. As we have seen, there's been a promo, a winter promo, in terms of, the weather just flipping and changing a little bit. So it might start early from June across July, but whichever, I tailor my wardrobe towards the seasons. Also, you have to put it in mind. So you need to have a good wardrobe choice when it comes to the rainy seasons, during the cold months and during the summer. So personally, I have different shirts made of different materials. I have cotton, and I have polyester. I've talked about polyester, but mainly in terms of the socks that you put on. Nimeongea sana kuhusu socks, nikasema kama uko na shida ya kunuka miguu, you should do a lot of cotton socks. Na kama utava polyester it's a no. If you have smelly feet, polyester is a no. Nylon is a no. You need to stick to 100% cotton socks. Even cotton blend, you need to be very careful. But when it comes to, you know, shirts, t-shirts and the likes, especially for the men, if you're going to do polyester, for example, this right here is polyester. Very silky. It has that silky look, but this is polyester. This is not silk. I used to have silk, and I think I'm going to get one, but in this case, this is polyester. Whenever I put on this shirt, because I like it, I love it, by the way, and shout out to Tracy. Tracy was the one who sold it for me. Whenever I put on this shirt, I make sure that what I have as an undershirt, it's 100% cotton. Let me repeat that again. If you're going to wear a polyester shirt, whether it's this design or, let's hold on, or this right here. It's a very nice shirt. I got it from Taiwan. It has that blend. This one has a blend of cotton and I think polyester, but cotton should be around maybe 10% in very specific places. So whenever I put this on, I have to make sure that the undershirt I'm going to put underneath, it's 100% cotton. Why? Because polyester reacts with sweat. If you're going to put on a polyester shirt or t-shirt without an undershirt, and you do it consistently, you're going to develop warts, W-A-R-T, warts, around the moist areas. So you have to make sure you have something inside that locks in the moisture, because cotton rarely reacts with the body compared to polyester. So you should also do the same whenever it comes to the pair of socks that you put on. Make sure you're doing 100% cotton. I can't stress this enough. 100% cotton. If you do polyester, it's going to affect your feet. This is why some of you are having a huge challenge with athlete foot, and your feet are smelly, and you're doing it repeatedly. So you wear your polyester socks. Sorry, I almost mentioned another name. So you wear your polyester socks, you go to work depending on your job nature. So you go to work with you're putting on a different design of shoe. For instance, if you're working in a construction site, you'll find guys are wearing heavy and thick boots to protect their feet, you know, from falling objects. So for such individuals, they really need to have those thick cotton socks. For instance, invest in safari socks. There's a video I did. Feel free to go back and check the video. But I can just show you as we discuss. So these are the safari socks. They are very thick and they lock in moisture. And they are very comfortable on the feet. Very, very comfortable. Where to get them? Butter. All butter outlets, you can get them. I'm trying to see whether I can get access to butter and shoot a video with them and post it online on, you know, the socks and other important things that are related to the sweat family. So back to the conversation. If you're, depending on your job nature, if you're wearing boots, you need to do a lot of heavy, thick cotton socks to help in locking the moisture. And number two, use the trick I showed you guys. Apply a cologne on your pair of socks. That will help you mask the smell, because the type of shoe you wear can also determine the smell, or rather the foot odor. So be very careful when it comes to even the type of shoes that you put on. Make sure even the lining, the interior lining, is more of leather than fox leather or PU leather, right? So I have a mix of polyester, and I do also have cotton. And I believe you can see the difference because cotton is very thick. For example, kama hii hapa. This one is 100% cotton. This one is cotton fit. And it has a bit of spandex, so I believe it must have a bit of polyester, which I don't think so. No, this is 100% cotton, but cotton fit. Again, whenever I put this on, I have to make sure I have an undershirt, vest, or those vests that look like t-shirts, but it's a vest, it's an undershirt. Or you can get a very light t-shirt, very light fitting t-shirt that you can put on, and then underneath alafu unavaa your cotton. Kazi ya hiyo undershirt ni kulock in your moisture so that isikuwe visible. And then look at the colors. I go for more of dark colored clothing to hide the sweat stains. So also be very smart ikifika kwa wardrobe choice. I love the striped, checked not so much, but I love striped shirts kama hii. And whenever you put this one on, look at around the armpit area, it may not be really that much visible, you know. And this is just me, my own opinion. I'll also show you some of the undershirts, but for now, these are the shirts, right? Not forgetting the one that I have on, black, 100% cotton, love it. I have, it's more official, as you can see. This is what they call a dress shirt. I know why they call it dress shirt. Huku tunajua ni official. If you ever ask someone, do you have a dress shirt? They will look at you like you're crazy. Are you crazy? Apparently, huku inaitwa official shirts. So I also have my official. This one, these two, the one I'm wearing and this other one here, I bought them from Caroline. Caroline, COO, I'm going to attach her YouTube channel. She does a lot of financial planning and other very important things that, you know, I'm also encouraging the Hyperhidrosis family to do. But at the time, she was also having men's, you know, clothes, mostly the official shirts. And I bought them in 2015. And as you can see, they're still here till now. So shout out to Caro. Yeah, so I have different shirt designs, as you can see. Black, definitely. Black to me is there is no me without black. So black has to exist. I have different variations of black, different designs. And one thing about these particular shirts is that they really camouflage sweat. I've wore these two shirts different occasions, and they really camouflage sweat kabisa. That's why ninazi prefer. I love them, especially this one here. This one is fire, but do I say fire? I have my striped shirts, and these are more of polyester, like I said. And look at the design, striped, and they can easily camouflage the sweat. Easily. All this, easy hapo unaona. And these are shirts I saw online, so I contacted the supplier and I was able to get them. So I have this striped and I also have white right here. White. And I also have this red. This red is 100% cotton. This one here. You have this white, which is the same design. So whenever I buy these shirts, I buy them with a purpose. Like I said before, I have my own sense of fashion. I don't like doing everything that everybody else is doing. So I go by what I want, and then I look at my closet, and what's the purpose? Why do I need the shirt? I'm not just buying it for the sake of buying. I'm also careful, and I'm looking at my sweat. I'm looking at how it's going to fare on with my skin as well, because like I said, sweat can react with the choice of wardrobe or the choice of clothes that you put on, especially on your upper part of the body. So every shirt I have, and again, this is me, I have a shoe that fits it, and we'll end it at that. Just, I don't want to go further than that. You know the drill. Of course, I have my denims right here. College jackets, definitely. But I want to touch on cardigan sweaters. Listen, if you have axillary sweating, you need to have a cardigan sweater, and I'll tell you why. Cardigans are not heavy, they are very breathable. Imagine you can put on a t-shirt of any color that you love and throw in a cardigan sweater. It's very breathable. It's not heavy and it's not thick. Very breathable. I am encouraging you guys to invest in easy cardigans. They have different names. Huku nje kuna, I saw in another post they call it waterfall. Personally, I know them as cardigan sweaters. And they're of different variations, so I'll start with this one here. This is a gray cardigan. I bought this in towards the end of 2016, I believe, 2016. This was my first cardigan, the gray one. And I love it because, like I said, it's very breathable, very comfortable, and it helps you in camouflaging your sweat, especially if you've worn something, maybe a t-shirt, a blouse, and it has a huge sweat stain. This is what you need. It will cover you. This right here. This one I bought it from Jumia back then. They have very, very different variations. At the moment, I don't know whether they are available. And they also have cardigan sweaters for women. So you're sorted. I'll look at different suppliers and see how I can connect you guys with information. I told you there are different designs. There's also this other one here. I go for something casual that I can rock both casual and official. This is a cardigan. It has a hoodie, just a small hoodie. It's not something big, something huge. Yeah, so I love this design. Saw it, bought it. I can rock it with any black jeans or any jean of any type or official pants. And they're good. They're dope. They're dope. I love them. I love them. So go for cardigans. They're very breathable, very light, and very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Let me show you another variation of cardigan right here. I have this other one. It's a bit light, so this one can show sweat stains, by the way. Now this one can. So it depends. There are occasions when I put it on, especially when the weather is favorable. For instance, now with the rainy seasons, I'll throw this one on, put it on. I will wear this. But my favorite is this black one here. I love this one. I have rocked official pants, a shirt, and this one right here. Because it's not heavy, it's very comfortable, and it also camouflages your sweat. This one, like I said, sio mbaya, ni unaangalia the timings yenye unavaa. Of course, I wouldn't put this on when the weather is hot na hizo vitu zingine zote. Na advantage is, kwa hizi cardigans, you can pull the sleeve up. No, it's an advantage. So, advantage. Okay. So, before I even proceed, If you're going to put on an official shirt, or you want to plan, maybe you've planned and structured your day that tomorrow I'm going to put on something different. I want to experience a different color. For instance, just hold on. I want to rock this white shirt. Yeah, white. So what I'll do, because I apply my, remember the PM and AM underarm sweat regimen, where you're using a PM antiperspirant and then you use an AM antiperspirant in the morning. So normally what I do, before I go to bed, I apply my Satin Dry. This is the prescription strength antiperspirant roll-on for PM use only. I only apply this bad boy 3 days a week only. And what it does, it reduces my sweat by a huge percentage. So I'll do my workout, if I'm doing my workout, but today is Sunday, so I don't work out on the weekends. So what I'll do, before I go to sleep, I'm going to put this on. I'm going to dab and apply. And there's a video, a whole video on how to use antiperspirant. So I'm going to dab and apply Satin Dry. In the morning, I'm going to use a deodorant of choice. I can still choose to do Satin Dry. And I'm going to use, for instance, let's say I choose to use Satin Dry. So I have the PM version, and now I've used the AM version, which is for regular use. And then I put this on. If I document my sweat when I haven't applied the PM and when I have applied the PM and the AM, there is a huge difference. So I know I can wear this one tomorrow comfortably. And I will throw in a coat. I want to do this one, the checked one. I rock it with this white shirt and some nice plain jeans with maybe some All-Stars, white, I don't know. Whichever comes to mind is what I'm going to rock. So make sure you do your PM and AM underarm sweat regimen. I have different jackets, of course, the thick ones. These are for winter. I have the camo. I love camouflage. I do also have a leather jacket. You cannot be Mkikuyu. You cannot be Msapere without one of these. So yeah, I do have a leather jacket. Leather jackets, leather jacket. My striped coats, I love them, officially. Some denim coats as well, different variations. Trench coat, definitely for winter. There's some thick coats there. Yeah, so like I said, have a proper structure for your wardrobe. What do you want? It's high time to drop some of the things that you have there just laying motionless and you don't even put them on. If you're going to invest in a lot of dark colored clothing, this is where now I'm encouraging you guys to do cardigans, because you can put something light underneath and then you have your cardigan. These cardigans are a lifesaver, especially the dark ones, kama hii, the gray one, the dark gray, or the black one that I've just shown, the two blacks that I have. And the reason why I love cardigans is because they are breathable and they are very adaptive. So go for a cardigan, choose one, and include it in your wardrobe. Coping mechanisms are important. And the question is always why? Because treatments alone cannot just work 100% without you considering your wardrobe. So the two go hand in hand. You have your treatments, and then now you have your wardrobe choice. And also your shoes, your socks, the whole entire 360. So I hope this video will help you make informed decisions when it comes to your wardrobe choice. Review your wardrobe, everything from your clothes to your socks to your shoes, and then also try your treatments, your topical treatments. PM and the AM for the underarms, and then you need to get something for your palmar and plantar. And again, if you fear using antiperspirants because of, the cancer scare or the parabens and all that stuff, there is antiaphoresis machine treatment. And here at HAK, we give solutions. We are solutions oriented. You don't use antiperspirants, there is antiophoresis machine treatment. If the machine is expensive, which definitely is expensive, you can try and do your homemade machine. There are pros and cons when it comes to homemade machine. Number one, voltage regulation. You won't be able to tell the amount of voltage that you're using. So you have to use your judgment, your knowledge to know when the voltage is too high or too low. Another disadvantage is that you cannot travel with your homemade machine. And then again, you also have to invest in buying those accessories, to use. So I'd rather invest in a machine. I know it's going to be costly, but once you have it, it's a long-term treatment, and the only thing you need is tap water. So thank you guys for your time. If you have any question, please leave it down hapo kwa description box below, and I will do my best to get back. And also want to reply to, there's someone who made a comment and they wanted HAK to review women's fragrances. Well, I don't use perfumes, but what I'll do, let me do a research and maybe even talk to few cologne enthusiasts, not cologne, perfume enthusiasts. But I'll also go online and check some of the fashion and stylists, what they're saying about the best top, let's say top 20 list of fragrances for women. And then I'm going to do like a graphics video, which will be more explanatory and to help you understand, because I really don't know anything about women fragrances. But when it comes to colognes, I always talk about what I use. But I saw the message, I replied, and I'm planning to work on it. Thank you guys for your time. Welcome to the Sweatuationship. Rejesha ujasiri wako. I've been your host, Martin Kimamo, the founder of HAK. Have a wonderful day.